Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, TammyTalks here. Let's talk Married at First Sight Season 16, Episode 6, You Dropped a Bomb on Me. Let's talk Jasmine and Airris. If you have not already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, thumbs up the video, thumbs up the video, and hop in the comment section y'all so we can talk about this, alright? So, the episode starts off with Jasmine and Airris getting a couple's massage. So, Jasmine points out, this is the most that we've touched each other. Aside from probably the cuddling that they do before they go to sleep or after they wake up. So she says in her confessional that she's worried about Airris not falling in love with her. We know that Airris is the 39-year-old man that has never been in love. So she's fearful of that. So she starts massaging him. She's like massaging his calves and his legs. And she's asking, how does he feel about the way that they're progressing? He says that things are moving at a comfortable pace for two strangers. He don't like you. He don't like you. He don't like you. He don't like you, girl. So she says in the confessional that she's taken aback by him seeming to not be interested in her sexually, since just the night before he was asking what her her favorite sexual position was. But see, this is how this went, Jasmine. So Airris wasn't really feeling you, right? We all pointed out that at the reception he never looked you dead in your eye. There was not a lot of eye contact. He didn't really look in your face too often. He's not that into you, girl, okay? So him asking, what is your favorite sexual position was basically to see if you was going to let him hit. The way that you reacted, trying to act as if you were more coy, that you were more demure when it came to sex, that turned him off completely. The last little bit of sexual attraction that he had for you, that last little shard, is now taken aback and gone because of the way that you reacted. He's not attracted to you in the least. So she gets done and you can kind of just look like he's like, oh, I think Airris is really enjoying the fact that she's overly attracted to him because he has her in the palm of his hand like that. So they are later, they're sitting down and they start talking about Dom and Mac. And Airris is like, I don't think that she likes McKinley. And Airris says that he just feels a friendship vibe from Jasmine in his confessional. Now, the fact that he brought that up was really just, I think, to see how she would react to hearing about somebody being friend zoned, because that's exactly what he's about to do to her. So when everybody is hanging out later as a couple, let me see. Dang, did I delete it? Okay, so when the couples are all hanging out together, Clint very brashly asked Airris if he blew Jasmine's back out, because at the bachelor party, Airris said that his girlfriend, or his wife, is somewhere right now at this party, not realizing that 2 days later her back is going to be blown out. But see, he's not attracted to her. So all that talk, all that macho bravado sexual talk is out the picture, out of the question, because he don't see it for her like that. So Jasmine is sitting there looking like, oh, back blown out. So in her confessional, she's confused because he's not acting like that. So he goes on to say that he's a very sexual person. And because he's a very sexual person, he's realized that it has not served him well or served him the best in his past relationships. So he wants to kind of do things a little bit different. That's bull. And I get that Airris just don't want to be rude to her, or it could be that Airris does not want to prove his cousin wife wrong, but I feel like don't string her along. And we see next week he tells her he gets friendship vibes from her. Don't string her along. Let her know off rip what it is and what it ain't with y'all. So later, when everybody separates, the guys are hanging out together and the girls are hanging out together. Airris tells the guys that she thinks of him as a 12 on a scale of 1 to 10. I said, oh yeah? A 12? Okay. He then said that he sees her as a 4 or a 5. A 40%? I cringed. A 40%? I said, oh Lord. Okay. So he said that he just does not feel like that type of vibe from her. She is different than what he is used to. So he said that he's a butt man. He wants a Serena Williams, Meg Thee Stallion. He wants you to be dragging a wagon. Jasmine, on the other hand, is a little more thinner. So Jasmine, he also says too, she's a passion girl. She's clearly very attractive, just not what he's typically into. See, that's how you phrase it. That's how you go about saying it. Not the way that Clint's ignorant self did it. Meanwhile, on the other side, Jasmine is saying how the sexual, she's hoping their sexual chemistry can grow, but she says that the fact that he has never been in love is a definite red flag for her. I think when people say they've never been in love, if you've never been in love, then how do you know that you haven't been in it? You know what I mean? So I don't think that Airris has never been in love. I think that Airris might have been in love and he just didn't know it. But I also feel like, too, while that is a red flag, absolutely, the fact that she is harping on it like this is going to cause an even bigger red flag. Because the point is, like, you want to come in and get to know this person. I get it. You don't want to be in a loveless marriage. But I feel like coming in and wanting this man to commit to make this declaration about falling in love within like the first 2 days of meeting you, fall back. Now, if we're 6 weeks into the process and he still feels that way, then y'all can have a very real conversation about it and about what is going on. But right now, I just feel like the second day, to me, it's too soon to be talking about love in general anyways. So, Airris and Jasmine are hanging out later. And Airris, he brings her a drink over. They're hanging out like just on the beach. And Airris tells her that the guy's chat was very therapeutic. He said that, they were all able to bounce things off of each other and just kind of hash things out and talk. Jasmine said, well, me and the girls talked about how you've never been in love and how she's worried that he won't ever fall in love with her. From Airris's point of view, I don't want to keep hearing that. You know what I mean? If I'm Airris, I don't want to keep hearing, I've never been in love. You've never been in love. You've never been in love. You've never been in love. He don't want to keep hearing that because he knows it's his life. So Jasmine then said that she's worried that he will never fall in love with her because it hasn't happened so far. He then said that it'll be a challenge and he would love to be someone's first love. Airris, I think you said that backwards, babe, because you're not going to be somebody's first love. That's not how that works. Not with her, because she has been in love before. So she then goes on to say that she's a person that it doesn't take much for her to fall in love. She falls in love very easily. Airris was like, it take a lot for me. We know. I don't know why that made me so mad, but like, we know. We don't need you to like confirm it or like co-sign it. We know that. So Jasmine starts saying that she doesn't even know if she should, full-blown try. She's feeling like, should she hold back a little bit? Because she doesn't want to give her all to this and put in so much effort and do all this and get her feelings involved, all for it to be, for naught, because she wants to avoid rejection at all costs. So Airris was like, everybody just need to pump their brakes. And she was like, I'm not saying that I'm in love with you now. I'm saying that I don't know if I should even go all out, with this situation, with this process, with, getting my feelings so involved with you if I have no idea if you're ever going to reciprocate those feelings. So he then goes on to say, well, this is just awkward, and it's always going to be awkward because we don't know each other, and then it's only going to be less awkward after we've been, after time. And I said, Airris, you're doing a whole lot of talking in circles when you can just let her know, you know what, honestly and truly, like everybody else is doing, you're not the type that I typically date. So because of that, the physical attraction is not fully there yet. There are ways to do this as opposed to making this woman feel as if you truly, truly just don't like anything about her. Because he does give her praises in her confessionals. He does in his confessionals. He does say she's beautiful, she's great, she's awesome, all this other type of stuff. But you're not saying that to her. To her, you're being cold and doing a complete 180 from what you were doing before. You see what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys feel about this. Is Jasmine coming on too strong? Jasmine saying that I don't even want to try. I don't even know if I should try now because I don't know if you're ever going to even fall in love with me. Is it not worth it? Or do you guys think that Airris needs to... what does Airris need to do? Where does Airris need to kind of step up a little bit to make her a little bit more secure? Let's talk about it down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. What was that?